The Diary of Shadows. The countryside has always called to me. It promised an escape from the relentless noise of the city. And when I saw an advertisement for a quaint cottage nestled in the woods, I didn't hesitate. As soon as I stepped onto the property, a feeling of tranquility enveloped me. Tall, ancient trees shielded the house, their leaves whispering tales of yore. Inside, the cottage was just as enchanting. Wooden beams, a roaring fireplace, and floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. However, one thing stood out. On the central table, bound in worn leather, was a diary. The front read, "To the next inhabitant, read with caution." Intrigued, I opened it. The entries began normally, documenting daily life. But as days turned to weeks, they grew more unsettling. June 17th. I hear whispers in the trees. They call my name. June 23rd. The shadows are watching. They come closer every night. July 2nd. I saw her. A woman in white, her eyes hollow, her mouth uttering silent screams. Chills coursed through my body. I dismissed it as the ramblings of a previous tenant, perhaps someone with an overactive imagination. That night, as I lay in bed, I heard it. A soft whisper, echoing through the woods, calling my name. "Join us," it beckoned. I tried to convince myself it was the wind, but as the days passed, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. Every night they returned, haunting my dreams. Then the shadows began to move. Every evening as the sun dipped below the horizon, shadows emerged from the woods, creeping ever closer to the cottage. Their formless shapes shifted and danced, casting eerie patterns against the walls. One night, after the familiar chorus of whispers, I saw her. The woman from the diary, standing at the edge of the forest. Her white dress fluttered in the non-existent breeze, her hollow eyes locked onto mine, her mouth moving in a silent plea. Sleep became impossible. Every time I closed my eyes, visions of the woman and the encroaching shadows plagued me. Desperate for answers, I delved deeper into the diary. The entries grew more frantic. July 15th. She wants me to join them, to become one with the shadows. July 20th. The cottage is the key. It's been here for centuries, a beacon for lost souls. I can't leave. The shadows won't let me. July 28th. Tonight's the night. I must confront her, face the shadows, or be consumed. That was the last entry. The subsequent pages were blank. Determined to break the cycle, I decided to confront the woman. As night fell, she appeared, her figure more defined, her presence more palpable. I stepped outside, my heart racing. "Why are you haunting me?" I demanded. She pointed towards the cottage, her voice a mournful whisper. "The house binds us, feeds off our energy. I was once like you, drawn to its allure." Understanding dawned upon me. The cottage wasn't just a house, it was an entity, trapping souls to sustain itself. Every person who'd lived here became tethered, their essence slowly drained until they became mere shadows, forever bound. I rushed back inside, hoping to find a way to sever the connection. The diary, my only source of information, held the answer. A page I had missed before detailed a ritual to break the bond. It required a circle of salt, candles, and reciting an old incantation at midnight. With everything in place, I began. The shadows converged, swirling angrily. The woman's figure grew clearer, her hollow eyes now filled with hope. As I recited the final lines, a blinding light enveloped the cottage, dispelling the darkness. Morning found me exhausted but free. The oppressive atmosphere had lifted. The diary, once filled with despairing entries, was now blank, waiting for a new story. The cottage, no longer sinister, felt truly peaceful. However, I couldn't shake off the memories of the shadows and the woman's haunting gaze. I decided to leave, hoping the house would remain dormant, its thirst for souls quenched for now. As I walked away, a gentle breeze rustled the trees, and if one listened closely, they could hear a soft whisper thanking me, reminding me that while darkness may linger, light always prevails.